right, folks. It's Friday. Oh God, what is it? I think. What the hell Friday is it? It's Friday, August 6th. Young man there is Jeremy. He discovered a flat on this trailer right before I pulled out, which is good. Now that's a serious jack. That's what we call it, Jeremy's jack. Dang. So he's gonna lift up this whole trailer with this skidsteer. Oh, and it's hydraulically powered. Air part. Woohoo! Man, that is sweet. Gotta love it. Of course, it's noisy around here. If you can't hear me, that's life. So we're going to be moving some dirt this weekend. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just fascinated by jacks. I guess technically it's hydraulics because it is air. As it comes up, yeah, comes up. You gotta just get that wheel right off the ground, just a little bit. Yeah, it makes it so much easier to switch a tire. But it has a big nail in it. And we took a little salty water in a spray bottle. Yeah, love that sound. Doesn't scare the shit out of you, you're not human. Yeah. God, imagine that skidsteer weighs some serious weight. Yeah, I'm glad he's doing it, not me, since I've never done it before. Got a little ways to go. Looking good. Oh yeah, it's wiggling, jiggling. All right. Now, this skidsteer is an ST45. It may not say it on the side, but that's what it is. It apparently is the biggest skidsteer you can get that can be towed by my truck. Now, this is a 1-ton dually. I should have taken a picture before we hooked it up to the trailer, but that rear end is down. But that's what this truck is designed to do. It's designed to pull heavy weights. I think up to like 28,000 pounds, I believe is what its skill set is. So I don't think it's pulled something this heavy in a while. It'll be cool. And, but we'll show you the nail in this tire when it rolls around. Yeah, you can sort of see it right there. A screw or something. And thanks to Jeremy, we're gonna go off with a tire that's not gonna be flat in 2 days. I think this is the biggest piece of equipment I, one, will have ever used, and two, definitely I've ever towed. But I'm only going like 8-9 miles, which is no big deal. And I have definitely got the truck that can do it. Yeah, I got what's called a pintle hitch. And, oh, it's not a pintle hitch. Oh God, I thought it was supposed to be a pintle hitch.
You're outside your truck, I need you to have a vest and a hard hat on.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I will put a vest and a hard hat on.
Yep. You got safety glasses?
I got glasses.
Yeah, we need some sort of eye protection.
I totally get it, man. I appreciate you letting me know.
Yep, not a problem.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
All right. Won't happen again.
Good.
Just got the word that I had to put on a hard hat and a vest, which I'm fine with. I totally get it. Put some glasses on. Yeah, makes sense to me. Last thing you want to do is something to flick off, get in your eye, or have something drop and hit you on the head. A lot of people don't appreciate this. The human head is very thin, very delicate. Of course, I got the glasses that don't have the lens. Yeah, that's life. I'll get another pair of glasses. Woohoo! Yeah, you can see I got the ones on that didn't have the lens, que sera. But now I'm all geared up. Oh yeah, Jeremy's doing it. He's making it happen. And obviously, I've never used chains before, but I understand the idea. Yeah, wrap it around there, bring it crosswise. This has a two-way ratchet. Chains are brutally tough, as opposed to like straps. These things are designed to hold a lot of weight, which obviously they're doing. Yeah. God, they told me I needed a pintle hitch. All right. Looks good. They're giving him grief now. The guys walking by are telling him righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So it'll be cool. Yeah, obviously they get along. It's definitely a testosterone-laden environment, which I'm cool with. I have testosterone. Oh, what a nice day. It's about 85 degrees, humid. The clouds are out. We had a little rain last night. Oh, the man has done it. I was going to lower it down. Yeah. I'm just always amazed. Look at that. It's holding up all that weight on one point on the frame. This thing is a beast. Just a beast. All right, I'm going to be off. Bye. Well, we got about a 10-mile trip. Of course, this is north of Milwaukee proper. And because it's construction season, you see the traffic jam. Yeah, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. Heaven forbid it was 3:30 or 2 o'clock or 2:30, because then the traffic would be even crazier. Not going very fast. But the one thing about carrying a big load is going fast doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless, of course, you want to have to use your brakes, have an accident. Here's a nut job deciding to cut through the cones, the barrels. Why? I don't know. Somebody explain to me other drivers, and I will be thankful for my life, because most of them drive like crazy fools. So this is going to take a while. I'll be back. I may even turn on the air conditioning. It's pretty toasty. It's 88 degrees. Oh, now we have a little sign that says merge. Of course, I will. Oh, very nice little vehicle in the back letting me merge. Oh, and a very nice little one there. How nice. Yeah, it's all good. It's nice weather. It's a nice day. I know 88 seems a little hot to most people, and it is. Trust me, I know it's hot. But it's just so glorious. I do love summer. I do love warm weather. So we'll just sort of cruise along. Very easy on the throttle. No reason to over rev it. Like I'm showing you. Don't over rev it. There's no reason to. Just works the engine harder. We're up to 192 for oil temp, and the trans temp is 176. I've seen it get hotter. It can get up in the 200 range for oil temp. But I'm not going very fast. I'm not pushing the accelerator very hard. So life is good. I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, I'm back. Still the same road, still 88 degrees. Oh, it's 89 now. But I was realizing, you realize I've owned electric vehicles before, all electric vehicles. And this is just me going on a little bit of a rant. But the people who know nothing about vehicles, nothing about trucks, nothing about towing, they all have this simplistic view that electric vehicles are our future and they'll save the planet. Nothing could be farther from the truth. And let me start with lithium batteries. If you look at the production, what it costs environmentally to make a lithium battery, you would throw up in your mouth. It is intensive mining. It takes tons of diesel fuel, takes tons of electricity. And currently there is no commercially viable method for recycling lithium batteries. And currently lithium batteries require a chemical called cobalt. Cobalt is mined in a country called the Congo, and they use child labor. So even though many people in the West think, oh, electric vehicles are our savior, we'll do so well if we get electric vehicles, pollution will disappear, what they fail to remember or fail to understand is the consequences related to lithium battery production. One, it uses a ton of water, and lithium tends to be mined in areas that don't have a lot of water. It is brutal on the landscape. I mean, lithium mining just tears the crap out of the environment. And then if you look at child labor, which is used to mine the cobalt in war-torn countries, you sort of go, wait a minute, why aren't people telling me the whole story about lithium batteries? No way to really commercially successfully recycle them. I've heard the really silly argument, well, we'll use it for energy storage. Well, trust me, if it's worn out as a battery for electric vehicles, it's pretty much worn out as a battery for storing power, like solar power or wind power. It just is. Just trust me. You don't have to understand batteries. You don't have to understand lithium. It's a terrible idea, but it's what we call greenwashing. If we tell people that an item like lithium batteries are so good to the environment, we have to be able to willing to lie to them on a regular basis. And one of the great lies is that all these batteries, which currently have no viable commercial way of recycling, basically get thrown in landfills. They get destroyed. But people like to say, oh, we'll use that battery to support energy storage. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Have you ever taken a almost dead lithium battery out of a flashlight and then said, well, I'll use it for my backup flashlight? You would never in a million years say that. And yet people take that kind of argument at face value and go, oh yeah, lithium batteries are great, electric cars are going to save the planet. I'm here to tell you that's a bold-faced lie. And it really is a lie for a couple of reasons. One, somebody's willing to lie to you. And two, you're willing to accept it when all your common sense, all your spider sense says, wait a minute, that doesn't work with any other lithium batteries out of laptops, phones, flashlights. So what's so magical about lithium batteries in vehicles? There isn't anything. You're being lied to. You're being misled. Now, does that mean I'm against electric vehicles? Heck no. I love them. But I think they have a very well-defined purpose. They should be used in urban environments for trips that are 30, 40, 60 miles long, tops. They should ideally be used in climates that have relatively gentle environmental requirements. The Midwest, it's a pretty stupid place to use an electric car in January when it's minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, because lithium batteries don't work when they're frozen. You've got to preheat them, which takes electricity to get them to work. That's just the way it is. Now, diesel trucks, they rock for long distance hauling, heavy duty hauling. They're the best way to do things. And if you look at the production of electric cars, all electric cars, without exception, use fossil fuels, whether it be diesel or coal or natural gas, produce the transportation and the power necessary to make them. Because these aren't magical cars. Electric vehicles aren't magical. They require aluminum and all the stuff that goes into building a car. And then if you look at, for example, Tesla, and I owned a Tesla, when it's moved from California, the plant in California, it's moved by either rail or it's moved by diesel trucks. So the idea that somehow your electric vehicle is saving the planet, oh, it's just more malarkey. And like I said before, the reason people believe this malarkey is because they want to believe it. They don't step back and go, wait a minute, does that even make any sense? That electric vehicles are somehow this magic bullet. The other bottom line is there ain't enough lithium and cobalt on the planet to give everybody electric cars. It just doesn't exist. Those are the little secrets that are kept from you. I'm telling you because I got no dog in this hunt, as they say. I got no skin in this game. I'm willing to use the tool necessary for the job. Electric vehicles, short-term, short-haul driving. They obviously should be garaged. They don't like excessive heat. They don't like excessive cold. The way you look at an electric car is if you physically are comfortable, the battery is comfortable. If you go to Phoenix where it's 110 degrees, you're not comfortable. The battery doesn't like it. If you're going to North Dakota, and I love North Dakota, God only knows I love the North Dakota. I have always loved it. It's too cold for an electric battery. They don't charge, they don't discharge, they don't do anything. They're terrible. So think about the decisions you make and the causes you support and the foolishness you promote. Currently, I'm using a big 6.7 liter turbo diesel truck to haul, I'm guessing, 16,000 pounds. If you try to do this with one of those electric trucks, you'd be lucky if you got 70 miles out of a 100 kilowatt battery. 70 miles, and that'd be pushing it. Now, if you want to deliver groceries in downtown Seattle or Tacoma, or rip around an area where it's all so slow speed driving, short distances, by all means, go electric if you can. It's a great idea, but do it in mild climates. Don't do it in the severe cold. Don't do it in the severe heat. It just doesn't work. Well, good. I had a chance to rant a little bit. I haven't been able to do that in a while. But anybody who thinks that electric vehicles are the answer to climate change or whatever boogeyman currently exists in your life, you are dead wrong. It's just another form of transportation. No better, no worse. It's like any tool. You've got to pick it for the job that it's indicated for. Don't see it as a generic solution. The idea that somebody would drive a Tesla or a Nissan Leaf cross country, those people have clearly never ridden in an electric vehicle and tried to travel 1,000 miles. You spend as much time finding a charger, getting recharged, and getting back on the freeway as you do in driving. And if you go 70 or 80 miles an hour, which is normal for cross country, it really sucks the kilowatts. You're going to be lucky if you get 2 miles per kilowatt. Average battery, probably 100 kilowatts. That's not average, that's the high end. That's 200 miles. So you could travel 2.5 hours and you have to sit for an hour and a half to recharge the battery. And by the way, that's murder on a lithium battery, to be charged and discharged and charged and discharged. But people don't tell you that. I'm here to tell you that because the few people who hear this will go, really? Is that true? Now, does that mean every other form of transportation is better? No, it doesn't. You have to have the right mix. You don't overkill in one area. Let the pendulum swing back to what we would call normal. Don't do stuff that just doesn't make sense. And then finally, with electric vehicles, have you priced how expensive they are? Imagine you're the average blue-collar worker. You might be making 40 grand a year, tops. You got a family, you got kids, you got obligations, you got a mortgage, and now someone says the car they want you to buy is worth $90,000. And there's no guarantee it will do what you want it to do. So be careful. Don't expect to get what you want, because once you get an electric car and actually live with it for 6 months in all seasons, you go, this is really fast, but it doesn't do what I need to do, and it costs 3 times as much as any other car I might choose to do the same work. Electric cars are for people with money. They're not for the average person. They're not for the average amount, a guy or gal who's making the average amount of money. They're a nightmare. And then don't get me started on what it costs to repair one. Everybody says, oh, gas vehicles are so complicated and so hard to repair. I can actually work on a gas-powered vehicle. Try working on an electric vehicle for which you have no access to the tools, the specifications, and most importantly, the parts. You try to get an electric motor for a Tesla, try buying one from Tesla and see if they'll sell you one. I can already tell you, they won't sell it to you. You either get it repaired in their shop or you don't get it repaired at all. And their prices, like any dealership, are going to be incredibly expensive. So you've been warned. The traffic wasn't so bad. I'm cruising along at 60, which is a nice speed. Very easy on the truck. We're pulling 200 degrees for the oil temp. Trans temp is almost 200. It's such a sweet ride. Pulling 16,000 pounds in a truck like this is nothing. You can't do that with a Tesla. And if you try doing it with an electric truck, like I said, you'd be stopping every hour to get a full recharge. It would take you as long to get there as it does to recharge. And people just don't appreciate that. They simplistically think that electric cars are just like gas cars. They just don't use gas. No, they're completely different animals. And you ought to respect that and understand that and preach that. Because I love electric cars. I've had 3 in my life. They're amazing vehicles, but they're not the panacea. They don't solve all the problems you've been told they could solve. So move on, start thinking, be a critical thinker. Don't just accept what people tell you, including me. Don't accept what I'm telling you. Research it, look around, talk to people. You know, you got the internet. You can look this stuff up. I'm not the exclusive bastion of information or misinformation. Get a grip on life. So good, I've entertained myself for this part of the drive. I'll be back in probably about 15 minutes. Life is good. I love you all, even electric vehicles. Bye.